Eric Smith in right now from Smith Packing, and you guys own Maynard Frozen Seafood. Pull that mic right down there and get right there. You go. Good morning.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning.
And it's a phenomenon. Every year at this time, people flock to Marcy.
It is an unusual thing, and so we've been running Maynard Frozen Foods for, as we've been talking about it sounds like for nearly 20 years. Right here on Route 49, across the road from the station, actually, and it is a unique circumstance and a unique store. We think basically it's an outgrowth of our purchase of Utica fish in the early 90s. So in a day and age when you had a lot of specialty stores and people that were delivering fresh products, Utica Fish was doing that. Smith Packing Company was doing that. And when we came together, we opened this this shop that specializes purely in what people are putting on the table for this special holiday meal.
Now, is this normally Maynard Frozen Foods handles restaurants? Is that the case?
So Maynard Frozen Foods is an affiliated company of Smith Packing Company.
Got it.
And so, as I say, years ago we did sort of run a cash and carry out of that location.
I see.
But it is a secondary warehouse for us, and something that thankfully we have had a very loyal following of people who come and spend time with us preparing for what seems like a very special holiday meal.
And the beautiful thing is you're getting the restaurant quality seafood, whether it's the shrimp or lobster tails or whatever, but you're getting it at that wholesale price, which is always a good thing.
So I think what makes the store work, and again, what kind of brings people back year after year, is you're getting that same quality seafood that we're delivering to restaurants on an everyday basis all year long. And I do think that there is something to with the kind of things that we're procuring for our customers that are trying to put top quality product on the plate.
Right. Well, I can attest to that firsthand, having this nice a shrimp cocktail breakfast.
Yeah,
absolutely
shrimp
delicious.
For breakfast, there's nothing wrong with it. I have to tell you,
it's a unique group that's ready to eat shrimp.
Holiday time, you wake up first thing in the morning, and you get up, and the night before you had shrimp cocktail or whatever, and there's nothing wrong with having shrimp the next morning. Now I'm on this no carbs diet, and I have 2 weeks, a week and a half. I'm gonna go off for the holidays, but I can eat the shrimp, but I cannot eat, of all things, cocktail sauce. It crushes me. I said that to these guys earlier, and they both at the same time thought they were going to cry for me.
Oh, it's terrible.
So I just put a little lemon on there, and it works out.
See, I think it's a time of year where you should treat yourself. And
I'm
it's
going
okay to cheat a bit. I think you should give that serious
Eve,
consideration.
I will. I've been pretty. Listen, Stephanie brought fudge over to my house, and it's been sitting there on the counter. I haven't touched it. So, okay, what fishes do you guys have over here?
So listening to you talk this morning about where the tradition lies related to the seven
Nobody
fishes.
can agree, by the way. No, and it's typical Utica. We can't agree on anything here.
And so I'm not exactly sure what the original designs were, but from what we can tell, this is certainly a special gathering and a special meal that people spare no expense as they're getting together with family, and we see that it's an important tradition that people continue, and so. For us, and what is somewhat mainstream, I mean, there's pre-cooked shrimp, which has begun to really take over in terms of what makes it really easy,
convenient,
convenient, easy, and safe.
Yeah.
So full selection of pre-cooked shrimp, raw, peeled, and deveined shrimp. So that's an easy item. Calamari, lobster tails, king crab, clams.
The king crab is a tradition at our holiday dinner. It's not easy to cook, by the way. You got to have a big pot for the king crab because those things are huge.
So in fact, the king crab is pre-cooked. It's I think that's somewhat of a regulation that all the king crab that comes into the country is pre-cooked.
So I'm overcooking it.
However,
great.
I think,
or you get your crab from some other source.
That's right. I get mine out of the canal. I don't know about you guys.
I'm not sure you want your king crab chilled the way you want your shrimp, so you are going to cook your king crab, but the challenge and
you just don't overcook it.
And the work is related to actually getting the meat out of the shell.
Right.
So,
I know it is an effort.
But there's also tuna, clams, and a handful of other things that relate to again, what seems like a very special holiday meal.
It is funny when you talk about it. We were talking to Scott Hayes yesterday about the old Unwind Inn in Rome, and that was his dad's. Scott Hayes from New York Sash. And they used to do the peeled, you'd peel your own shrimp and there'd be free shrimp there at the bar. And one of the cool things, and why you'll always get shrimp that isn't peeled for you, is because you eat far less. Right? I mean, if you can easily give out shrimp that has the shell on it, because you spend all your time getting. Now there will be those people that'll sit there for hours, and they'll get their money's worth. But for the most part, peeling it is quite the effort. And king crab, there's a lot of effort there.
King crab is worth the effort if
It is.
if you're willing to work for
Yeah.
it, and yet. It's a lot of work.
How about the you mentioned? So I cut you off at the crab. So what else? There's the crab, scallops. You have scallops.
We have scallops.
Do you have the big scallops? Those are hard to find, by the way.
And so again, I think that we have a range of sizes for the shrimp that depending on whether people are doing shrimp cocktail or saute or what they're doing. So there is a fairly wide selection of shrimp. We also have jumbo scallops that are, as you say, I look at some of the items that we sell, and I think certainly you have some impress your friend sizing there when it comes to shrimp and lobster and things like that.
I mean, how many times when you go in for the holidays are you looking around and you're like, okay, that might taste better, but that looks impressive.
So there's certainly some of that on display. But,
okay.
And the scallops are nice large scallops
All
for
right.
sure.
Okay, and you're open right up until Christmas Eve.
We are open. It's fairly unique. We are open just from the 12th to the 24th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and both Saturdays, including Christmas Eve, until 2. And so if you can come and see us over in Marcy, I think you'll find a great selection of seafood for the holiday
Hard to
meals.
believe when you say both Saturdays. There's only 2 left till Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah, it's coming up. And all right, so get out there and take advantage. It's right here on Route 49 in Marcy.
And if I can, happy holidays to you, your listeners, and
thank you so much,
and everybody.
And thanks for the. This is how it works. You bring in stuff because we really like to promote the, especially this time of year, local businesses, local options for you when it comes to whatever the you're doing for the holidays, whether it's gifting or it's the dinner. And this is a great example of that. So
That's great. Thanks,
nice
Bill.
job. Thanks. We'll break.